Okay.
As you guys can see, we have a special guest, a third party today, a new setting today.
We are in the house with
The birthday girl, actually.
the birthday girl.
It is my birthday. Hi, everyone. This is exciting.
Shout out.
What's your name?
So I'm Nikki.
Oh, Nikki Knickknack.
Yes.
So
Yeah, we're here to join us with the chapter.
we're gonna do a quick live. We have been slacking. So we're still on. Did you want to say something?
No, TV.
Oh.
We could take it off.
I don't know where the converter is.
Tucking out. Sorry, guys, if there's any noise. So signs it.
How do I turn it off? Oh, can
Check
I?
your arm, the legs there. Sorry, little pause for the cause.
I think you have to just actually go up to
Okay.
go to the back.
So yeah, we're
Other
doing a chapter review.
Yep.
Love and Money. I believe that's what the chapter is called.
Yeah.
You wanna just pass the
Let's
book
get the
over
book.
there?
And as
So-
a regular who usually has been following you guys online, it is very exciting to be able to come live and be a part of this. So thank you guys for that.
Thank you.
And it was called Love and Money. So
Love
really
and Money.
looking forward to this.
Yes.
This was for me the most interesting chapter, the one I was most interested in, and the one I liked so far, my most liked chapter. That was good grammar. I don't know.
Yes. So the summary of this chapter, we'll just do it really quickly because we're not gonna.
We're gonna do more conversation
Yeah.
today.
So this chapter. Oh, sorry. What's that?
No, exactly. So it's the first time on camera.
It's my first time on camera. I don't know where to look, what to do, how to sit, what to, so I figure I'll just smile all the way through it because this is a very exciting.
Yes. So sorry. So they emphasize in this chapter
That's
financial.
some background noise. Sorry, guys.
You guys keep it down, please.
You guys know we're mamas.
Financial maturity. It emphasizes financial maturity in relationships, being able to communicate openly about money, understanding each other's financial history, goals, and fears, rather than letting money become a hidden stressor. So that's pretty much what they talk about throughout the chapter.
Literally, the chapter was about relationships and how money comes up in the relationship, the dynamics you guys have with money as a couple, as a union.
Not even just dating or marriage, also family.
Yes. Yeah, amongst family as well. So let's just get into it.
Yeah.
So, everyone here is in a relationship? We like to think so?
Yeah,
That's a
that
firm
one.
yes.
Okay, so how is money play a factor in your guys' relationship?
I think money in
That's
every
right.
relationship plays a firm role because the other part to it is your perspective or your relationship with money singly before you can bring it together as a unit. So understanding that you may have different belief systems where money is concerned. In our relationship, I'm more of the spender, whereas he's more of the saver. So how do we meet that middle ground to, appease me, but also calm him down at the same time?
So when you think of love and money, what comes to mind? Is it positive, neutral, negative?
I think positive. I think the two things that can coexist if you both understand your own personal relationship with money and the other person's perspective to money as well. So,
What was that?
the question was, when you hear love and money, what comes up?
Neutral, negative, what are your...
Love and money. Nice. I mean, it's foreign. I think, for me, any of my previous relationships, I guess I was younger. They were younger relationships, so money didn't play that much of a factor because I didn't have that many expenses. So now, the older I get, I feel like it plays a heavier role in how we deal with it.
Is it a positive thought process? Like when you hear it, does it resonate positivity or more negative for you?
Yeah, I would say it's more of a stressor than anything. I wouldn't say it's negative. I wouldn't say it's positive, but it's more of
Indifferent.
Yeah. How about for you?
I would say it's like negative just because anytime, not necessarily negative,
Yeah,
but I
it's
feel
like
like
a
when it comes
indifferent.
to men, and their finances, if they are not where they want to be, it's very
They come with a lot of stress with that.
they
And
bring
they
their own
burden it on
stress.
you.
Yeah.
So I think the advantage for me versus you guys is that I am older. I mean, although I don't look it,
Yes,
right?
of course. It goes pretty hand in hand, but I feel like if a woman's struggling, it's not gonna show as much as if a man's struggling financially.
Yeah, I think the pride aspect of it
Yeah.
is not there so much. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We have a fourth sister that seems to be calling us all at the same time.
Messaging me profusely as well.
Yeah, okay. So let's get back to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Sorry guys. This is the joys of going live. You guys get to see everything happen in real time.
No filter.
No edits.
Editing.
Okay, so let's go back to our handy messages.
I think
Find
also,
out
I was
questions.
just thinking about it, how important it is to be able to have conversations with your partner about money.
Okay, and that's good. I'm glad you said that because that brings us to the third question. So, how comfortable are you guys talking about money? Not just like income of how much you make, or first of all, you guys honest with how much you make, and then number two, with your partner.
That's a good question.
Are you guys upfront with your partners with how much debt you have, whether that be commercial debt or consumer debt?
What is commercial debt?
Not commercial, consumer's debt. But I'm laughing because she thinks I'm targeting her. I'm just looking.
excuse me, I didn't know I was going to be in the hot seat tonight.
Consumer debts, investment goals, so anything when it comes to money, like whether your investments, everything. Are you guys upfront with your partners? Do you guys have these open conversations with them?
Not as often as I think that we could or maybe should. I think the more we evolve in our relationship, we're able to have those conversations.
Yeah.
But my initial thought isn't, oh, let me run home and tell him that, our stocks are up or down. Right?
Yeah.
It's just, it is what it is. And how that plays out, he'll find out along the way. In terms of what my debt is, this is debt that I accumulated prior to being with him. So for me, I feel like it's my debt, it's my business.
So you don't tell him?
We haven't necessarily had an open conversation about it, but in fairness, he also hasn't asked. So if he had asked, I would 100%.
Has he ever been forthcoming with his, or does he have any that you know?
Yeah, and again, it'd be more if it come up in a situation where he
hasn't.
needs to share it, but otherwise we just we have our own accumulated debts that we've accumulated on our own before being
That
together.
you guys are
and
handling separately.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then once we're officially married, my debt will become his.
You would.
And vice versa.
Well,
Yeah, we don't know what it looks like on his end, but
How about you?
I think I'm finally at a point where I feel comfortable sharing how much I'm making, like even showing my bank account, only because I never felt like this until now, because now I have money coming in from his end, which is sitting in my account.
oh wow.
Yeah, which is nice. So because of that, I feel like, okay, if you're trusting me with this, I can trust you with the information. And even though when I told him how much debt I had, like he was completely flabbergasted, just didn't even fathom
Couldn't fathom
how
how
that
that would-
Oh my
happened,
gosh.
because he doesn't operate that way. He doesn't take any debt. So yeah. So after that, initial shock, at least now he knows. He can't say I didn't tell him. And yeah, just have to
Same
work
thing
on
with
it.
me. I think when I told my husband,
Your husband.
my husband,
Husband.
he comes from a different culture where debt isn't something that they use. Credit cards isn't. Everything is cash for cash. So when I told him about my debts, to this day he brings it up every so often, and it's like
He couldn't understand.
I'm not even asking you to pay for anything yet, so you keep factoring it in when we're talking about money. So that was a hard that is a hard I think point, I guess, in our relationship. Not weak point, just something
Well, it's also
that it's
for
a
him to
work
see
in
your,
progress.
yeah, for him
it's
to
a work
see your
in-
perspective on how that all
Yes,
works.
yes.
How it's possible from your culture
Yes.
and why it's accepted from your culture
Correct.
versus
Especially because of consumer debts. And then, like, also, we're all homeowners, so we have the debt of a mortgage. So here it's looked at as it's a positive thing, like you got a house, but there, for him, he's like, why? So you don't own your house. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
you're basically renting your home. So, yeah. So
renting
it's
from the bank.
Yeah, basically. So, and then with my investments, I'm pretty forthcoming, but it doesn't really come up in conversation. So I don't really go and say like, oh, here, this is the earnings for today.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I find things
I
that
would
pop
be
up.
honest about it if it comes up.
Yeah, same with me. It's just more things that pop up now I'm more willing to talk about versus like stuff that I've already come in with because it's like it's
I
fine,
get
don't
that.
worry.
That
But
makes
you know
sense.
what's interesting though, that we have that perspective, because in this chapter, they're saying that basically we need to be, once you're in a relationship, you need to be more intentional about that so you guys can become aligned in your financial journey. And I thought that was a really good takeaway. Like some of the things that they said, I'm like, I need to try and implement this actually.
So
Absolutely.
how early do you think you should be having those kind of conversations?
Like when you're in how early into the relationship?
Yeah.
I think the sooner the better.
Me too.
And I think just going back to the chapter, it's about that alignment, like you
Yeah.
mentioned, right? So the sooner you can have those conversations, you can be on the same page. You can even maybe prevent future arguments because you already
Yeah.
know what a person's perspective is.
And
about
yeah,
it.
exactly. Like you said, it's about mindset more so. Having a conversation with money, I think, will give you a better understanding as to what that person's mindset is. So, for example, I think investing is like at the forefront of what to do with the extra money. Whereas for my husband, he thinks saving is. So we have a different perspective there in terms of how our money should be allocated. And so, yeah, I think it will go speak to mindset.
For sure.
So this book suggests holding financial accountability meetings.
Mm-hmm.
When I read that, I think I even told you, who's gonna do that? I do not want to have that conversation every month. I understand, or like every so
However you
often.
decide to do
Like
it.
you should just have enough money.
Okay, that's good. That's good that you brought it up. Okay, so that brings us to the conversation of, do you guys believe in 50-50? Are you doing 50-50 with your partners? Or what is a split? Is there a split?
Well, you know, I think for my situation, it is again a little bit different because we're not married.
Yeah, and you guys...
We both come into a relationship with our own homes, our own debt, our own financial, our own everything. So it's hard to say do 50-50 when I have to be responsible for my home and he has to be responsible for his home. So when we're under one roof, I think the expectation would be that it would be 50-50. And I'm fine with that just because being independent for so long, I'm used to paying those bills. I'm used to doing those kind of things.
And that's still a discount because you're used to doing it.
And
on
it's,
your
to
own.
me, I'm still
Saving.
I'm still saving because I'm only having to pay half the debt. And you know, it's like it kind of we can look at it at everything in terms of like household chores. Is he gonna do 50-50 with that too? So yeah, I don't mind. I would love to be able to say I'm having to be spoiled and not do 50-50,
Yeah.
but I'm comfortable with it, and I think that'll be how it will run when we are under one roof.
Yeah. And so for when you guys go out on dates, what's the expectation there?
I think it's always kind of been whoever's asked, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey babe, it's Friday night, let's go out, I don't mind putting out my credit card to say pay or cash or whatever it is. And him just being that old school gentleman, he's always ready
Wanting
to
to
pay.
do it, yeah.
So I think when he sees that I'm willing or offering, he's kind of like, oh, thanks, but you don't have to worry, I'll do it. And if I've asked, I kind of feel that it's my responsibility. But
Yeah.
yeah, what about you guys? That's a really good question.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to like when we go out, like sometimes I'll pay, most times he'll pay, but like there's never really a conversation. It's just like
Whoever pays.
yeah, whoever pays.
Yeah.
At that point. And then right now we are doing, I guess, somewhat more than 50-50, but I feel like the older I get, I don't want that anymore. I don't want it. Like I do it, and I don't know how much I want to do it.
But I think also too, your children are a lot younger.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be more in the home, dealing with the children, you're nursing, you're doing all those things. So to expect for you to come to the table with 50-50,
Yeah.
but you're also having to be more in tune with the children.
Mommy, I want to play Roblox.
Say hi, Zen. No, I need this.
Please, let me play.
Yeah, as you were saying.
Mommy, let me play.
Here, you
You
want
have
this one?
Roblox?
Mommy, I want to get it.
Here, the kids will show you how to do it on Auntie Nikki's phone.
I want to go and get it.
Here you are.
Here.
I just-
Roblox.
Okay, hold on,
Do you
hold
want
on.
me to save it onto my
Um,
phone so you can
yeah.
see your questions?
Mommy, play phone, please.
Take
Do you
picture
have
of it?
your man as your background there?
Mommy, I
Wow, that is
I do.
love.
That is very
Okay, so-
nice.
That
I
is
really,
love.
I liked that picture of him. So he is my.
I have not reached that in my life.
That is funny. You know what? It feels nice to be able to say, okay, here and
My man.
Mommy, and
my man.
But yeah, so yeah, like and these were one of our many conversations / arguments, or not really arguments, but real like serious conversations once we started living together was, okay, if I'm expected to do 50-50, like you said, it's 50-50 on every aspect, because you can't come and tell me to be an old school woman and you're a modern day man.
Correct.
You know, sometimes that will create a little tension. So
And I think it goes back to that, as we said earlier, alignment. If you're on the same page and, you know, maybe this month we are doing 50-50, but the next month we're going to do 70-30, or
yeah,
just based on
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
at. And being
that will
able
show
to-
how real your relationship is, because sometimes you might not be able to carry the whole load, or the load that you're expected to carry, and will your partner still be able to and still not hold that against you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, absolutely. And that's where I'm at in my relationship. And it's nice because I've never been one to borrow money or ask for money or any of that stuff. And through putting, you know, one of my kids through university, the expenses of that, an amount that I wasn't expecting to have to pay, and then, you know, showing that he is a partner and saying, here, this is how I can help you, and kind of help put you at ease. And then now, you know, still having that debt and having to pay it off, but without hearing the, well, you owe me money, you know, so that is nice, because it also just shows that it was a genuine lend
gesture,
and
yeah.
gesture, and, you know, he equally knows that he'll get it back. So there's no need to kind of make it a bigger thing than it is.
Yeah, maturity plays a big part in finances.
oh, definitely,
And
definitely.
reading the chapter really made me realize that more
Yeah.
than I already knew that, but like,
Yeah. Like
gave
that's
some
so
insight.
mature to say have meetings on like finances. That's very advanced. I would strive to get to that, I guess. But,
how about you, Nye? How, like, what's your expectations
I mean,
in your
I've
past?
done
or
50.
current?
I mean, I've done 50-50. I never liked it. I'll be honest. I don't want that. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm at kind of just I'm still doing mostly everything for myself, but I do have some help, which is nice. But 50-50, I mean, what's so funny?
And I'm just thinking about what you're saying, and just it's how we've evolved, like
Yeah.
how where it's like, yes, and we also grew up in a household where we're seeing mom do the majority
Everything,
of everything, right?
yeah.
So I'm hearing what you're saying, but I'm just resonating with your words.
Yeah, I don't want it. So
yeah.
let me put that out there. I
So-
don't want to do that.
In the words of our thinking of Kevin Samuels, do you guys think you're a highly valued woman to
Oh,
be getting
wow.
100%?
Yes, that's yes.
Do you cook clean and
I mean, I don't
give it
wanna,
up whatever?
I don't want to. I want to be able to support myself. There's never be a point in my life, praise God, that I have to depend on anybody.
Yeah.
So I'll always be self-sufficient. I'm just saying, like, for me to like actually have to pitch in to help a man, that's not the kind of man that I would like personally. Like, you should at least be able to carry yourself, your own weight.
Is
at
that just
some
like
point.
at
I
this
don't know.
age that you are in life, or like in general? Because there are some men that are just starting out, like, you know, they're now starting to get their wealth, or they're in the early stages of building. So will you be open to like roll with him, or
Yeah,
he has to come
but at the
established?
same time, you have to come with some kind of like, you have to be able to take care of yourself at the very least.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's like bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And I think that also speaks to your standards, right?
Yeah.
Like the same way you're not going to go and pick up someone that doesn't have XYZ. If you have a standard or expectation on where he should be with his finances, I think that's realistic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, so now, what do you guys think, or has this ever came up in your current or previous relationship, of either your partner needing to lend money to a family member, or you having to give a family member money, and did that ever cause any tension? So I asked that because in the story here, they opened up the chapter with, I guess, a social media post that was going around at the time, and there's a husband and wife, and the wife wanted to, or her brother asked her to come on to co-sign with him. The husband said no because he has a history of not paying.
Yes.
The wife went and still did it because it's her brother, right? 2 the brother stops paying, and now she's asking the husband to help pay for whatever he took out. I think it was a car or something. And the husband said no. So, what is your perspective on that? Or have you guys ever been in a situation where you lent or your partner lent money and that against your wishes?
I can't speak to ever being in that situation where I've suggested, not to lend and then he did with the, unbeknownst to me. But just speaking to that specific story,
What do you think about that?
that, I don't know, that to me,
That was like a...
yeah, because she did go behind her husband's back. She did do
Correct.
what he, didn't want.
Yeah.
So I think that speaks to, that situation. And equally, he's right to say, no, I don't want any parts of it because it speaks to a different situation. But them being a husband and wife and, it's both of their debts, I think he is probably obligated to pay it, which isn't fair to him. I'm not saying that it is, but it's going to definitely be a situation that's going to cause lots of contention. Do I think he should? Again, if we're moving with the thought process that they're husband and wife, then yes. But it's not fair to him, and I would not be happy if it were me.
Yeah. Agreed.
Go ahead, Zai.
What do you think, Ryan? I agree. When I heard this, because, okay, I think of me with my siblings. Like, I would have a hard time with my husband telling me, no, I can't help my siblings. But that's just because of our dynamics in unit. But then again, I'm blessed that I don't have siblings that really, like, all of us kind of hold our own, even if it is hard.
We're financially responsible.
Yes, we figure it out. That's how we were brought up. So, but, yeah, I can't say I've been in that situation either. And in this this case here, I agree with you, Nick. Like, they're both not wrong. Can't say anyone's right, but they're both not wrong.
Yeah. How about you, Anai?
About that situation, yeah, it's a very torn situation. But
Or
yes.
lending. Have you ever been with anyone that needed to do that?
What? Where I lend money to them?
Yeah, no.
No,
or
were they
like-
having to
yeah.
a family member and
You didn't want it, or-
want it, and as a result, now you're having to help maybe pay back.
Oh no, that's never happened to me, and I don't really get involved in the other person's finances
So-
until now. Oh, this
Okay,
is the
okay.
first time.
So, just a little bit off topic, but it just makes me think. What are you guys' thoughts on having a separate account from your partner, or having your Vex money, or having your own, account that you're not actually sharing with them and indulging on what's happening there?
I think for me, I would love a relationship. Yes, I'm married, but I think we still have a lot of growth to do. So I would love to get to a place with him where the finances are completely transparent.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be
You know what
wonderful.
I mean? So I wouldn't mind that. I don't.
all in one joint account though.
No, whether it's separate accounts,
Yeah,
at
like
least
it
he's
wouldn't-
aware of it too.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
agree, and I strive for that.
Me too. Yeah. So. Sorry.
That would be your relationship goals, where we have that type of relationship that our finances, everything is on the table and everything is, transparent for the other person. So,
But like in the way they explain how to do it, I think I think that would be the best ideal situation where everything that is shared, whether that's like your kids, daycare fees, household items. Like you guys put that all in one shared account, and then you both have your own personal account that's just for your own maintenance,
And so
whatever that be.
I think if the wife had taken it from her own personal maintenance account, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Husband, you have to just let her do because it's hers. But if it's our shared joint
Yes,
account,
no.
then that's a huge issue
I agree.
because now you've also put me in the situation that I didn't want to be in after I specifically said no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for real. Naya, what do you think?
About what? Sorry.
No, like transparency with money.
Oh
Like, is
yeah,
that
I
what you
think
strive
that's
for? Is that what
that's
you want?
ideal.
Is-
That's what but I still think everyone should have.
But
their
also,
own...
just going back to that particular story, what are your views in terms of should the husband have to pay for it? Is
Oh, of
he,
course not.
what
She
if
kinda-
it's their joint account?
I know, that's so sad. I mean, but
I've had a hard time believing you think that's sad. The way
I
you
don't
said
think
that.
that's fair for the husband. He didn't see. He told her no. He gave her she didn't take heed to what he was saying, and so it's just kind of like, sorry, you can't expect. If he did do it, I mean, he's awesome. If he did do it, but if he did, you can't really be mad at him either because he told her.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I
So-
think.
We all have children, or at least a child. How are you guys not only teaching them about money, or what are you guys implementing to teach them positive money habits? But also, what do you have in place for them to start their journey of financial success earlier than maybe how we had it?
So you want me to start with that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So having 3 children and the oldest being in university, I've always been big on being open with him, the financial aspect. I want to say maybe within the last 2 years is when I started being as open to the point where he knew how much money that I was making. We, as you guys know, grew up in a household where, you don't know adult business. It's not none of your business how much mom makes. That's something that's way above your pay grade. So it took my mind shifting to be able to say to my son, this is how much we make. And I found that it worked out better when he knew, because when I'm saying, listen, right now I cannot get that for you, he understood why, right? Whereas before it was like, hey, but you have money. Why can't you get it for me? Why can't we have it? Or whatever the case is. But also just in terms of giving him an allowance, starting to instill business mindset in him, selling to you guys the basketballs and the soccer balls, and then learning to take a percentage of that. I wanted him to learn those skills early, and then have it something that he can always fall back and like, oh, I knew this. I didn't learn that at a young age, and so it was harder for me. But with my kids, I want to fix that. I want to be able to have them be more aware, more financially literate, and
Are you literate?
I want them to have the financial literacy, right? What the financial not. Giving them, any of the kids, their own money when we'd go out, and letting them be accountable for what it is they want to buy and ensuring that they stay in budget. That's when I stopped getting the, can you buy me this, can you buy me this, can you buy me that, can you buy that? Because it was, there's your money, do you have enough, can you afford it? Oh, well, then put it back.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So that worked really well. And the things that I put in place from them was just always having a tax-free savings account, letting them have their own bank accounts from young, and then starting to teach them, again, more the older one, about investing and, other ways in which he can earn an income.
Nice.
So, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. Now you want to go? Because you got a good thing in place right now, thanks to EYL.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I feel like it's something I actually struggle with because I have only one child. I feel like I kind of try to make up for the things I didn't have and give her all the things that I didn't have, and it's kind of backfired on me because she's sometimes bratty, and I
She's
can't
an only child, so
stand that.
Yeah.
it allows her
I
to do that.
cannot stand that. But I mean, I do try. I show her stocks, even though she doesn't understand what I'm talking about. I'll show her this is what I put in, and look at this is what it's at now. This is yours, and like just so she has some, you know, she's seen it before. It's not. She'll be some
That's good.
familiar to it.
Yeah, I should be
And
introduced to it.
I give her $2 for every book that she reads. She went and bought a Labubu, which I did not want her to do, but it was her money, so I let her be.
Yeah,
but yeah.
so you're doing that. That's good. And
It
now
sounds great.
so it's really cool. She's talking it down, but she would read her books. Her reading has improved like
Yeah, significant.
Tremendous.
So it's a domino effect in a positive way.
and then also her math skills because she will tally up how many books she
Yeah.
read and do the calculations of how much money she's
Amazing.
owed.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a 2-in-1. So I like that system there.
And your kiddies are younger, but what do you plan on putting in place?
Well, right now I have their RESP. My daughter, she's still new. I haven't set anything up for her yet. But my son has a bank account. My son's 3. He has a bank account. He has his RESP. And he does have a life insurance policy. So I have my own, which has his name on it. But he has one, his own.
Amazing.
For
Yeah, that is amazing.
my mindset was that I put in more. So his policy is actually like 118, but I put in 175 for him to have a cash value, to have a savings essentially for him, because I told you guys my savings is a little shaky. So I have that, and my hope is that he will then, when he has children, know that that's something that I want him to do. So essentially, I'm putting it there for my grandchildren, you know. And yeah, he has his bank account. No money in it, so if you guys want to send him money. But yeah, I want to, the things that you guys done with your kids is the same things that I would like to introduce to mine when he's of age. But right now, even just like letting him recognize money. So this is $5. Like, you know, this is thing, just being familiar with money and like conscious of money is, I guess, the baby steps that I'm taking right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think the other part that's so important too, I'm finding this younger generation, they are more savvy with money.
They are.
Right?
They
Even-
know money.
They understand money a little bit better. They're into, you know, day trading.
Yeah.
And just things, you know, like
Entrepreneurship.
very
Yeah.
much so.
Yeah.
So it's
And that's something I want for them. I want them to be more into, like, they say that millennials are the most educated
I'm a millennial.
age. Yes, so I'll put you in that category.
Although I don't look like it.
We
but-
are the most educated generation, but the poorest. Do you guys know that?
No.
Because we all went to school. Like, school was
Yeah.
heavily pushed on us.
Yes, it was.
Post-secondary. And a lot of people that went to school now have debt from taking school loans. And they're not even in the field that they studied in.
Yeah.
So so we're the most educated, but the poorest out of
And I'm sorry to rush this and to interrupt, but my battery is at 10%. I just want to just touch on this last part. It talks about child support, and I just want to say, what? I just want to say that, like, kudos to these guys for always standing up for the moms and like just parents with regards to child support and making sure you're there for your child. Like,
Yes.
they really bring that home.
I thought they were
And
very
everything they
rational
do.
with it.
Very rational.
They weren't
like,
for the man or for the woman, they were for the child.
yeah.
Always
And
that's
the
how
way
it should
they
be.
Oh
explain
my
it.
gosh. So like, yeah, just wanted to put that when it comes to child support. What do you, even if you're not together, really quickly, what do you think? How should that arrangement be?
It's a good question.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it should always keep the focus on the child.
Yeah.
And the child does need both parents, emotionally, physically, and
And
financially. But just speaking from the financial aspect, you know, women, mothers, parents, whoever it is that's raising the child, do so much more than they get credit for.
Yes.
And
that's what they talk about here.
the financial burden and aspect behind it is so heavy
Yeah.
that, you know, you might think, oh, well, she's just spending it on her hair and her nails, but, you know, everything else that she's had to purchase for the child prior to that.
Oh, we would love to have the Wayne on here
Babe,
one
you want
day.
to join the conversation? It's called Love
No.
and Beauty.
He's like, no, we don't even have
Next time.
Yes, next time we'll get him. But yes, in here, well, I don't know if it was here in their podcast, but they did say that even if you're not with a woman, you should give child support as well as money for the mother of your child.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to
because-
hear Dwayne's perspective on that.
Honestly,
I
wow.
know. They said you because
was
it's
said
so
on the
much of a
podcast.
toll, like you said,
Yeah.
for the woman. So you have to make sure she's happy too, even if you're not together, because you decided to make a child with her. So
Yeah.
What do you think that the new partner would think of that though? Like, what if you guys were going off the rails before the phone dies? But if you guys were with a man who has a kid with another woman,
I'd
and
be
he
pissed.
said, I have to
never
give my
thought
baby
about
mother
that.
money for her hair and nails as well as my child.
Yeah, so that's a firm no for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
I just
but
want
I do
him to
think
hear it's a firm no. Yeah. But I do understand the
Yeah,
concept
me too.
of keep the mother happy because she
Yeah.
ultimately is the one raising your child.
Yes, and she needs to be well.
And
That's
she
exactly
also
what they're
needs
saying.
to be, supported. But again, if you're doing your part for your child and she's doing her part for the child, then it should
Yeah,
run.
it will alleviate stress. and
Absolutely.
She can be at a better mindset for the children. So
Yeah. And I mean, it allows the kids to enjoy more opportunities, right? And you guys know, like, I'm a soccer mom, so being, like,
Yeah.
firm in sports and having to go to all these different things. And
yeah.
it's like, yeah, maybe the fees
All the
might
money
be one
spent,
price, but
the
all
gas
you got
getting
it.
there.
You
the-
got it. You
My
got it.
gosh, you spent so much.
So
Yeah, no, it's true. So
that's a great question,
this chapter, guys, was a really good conversation chapter, like one for having conversation. So we could go on for like a long time, but we do want to keep things nice and neat. Any other last thoughts or words?
I just want to say keep up the good work. I mean, I enjoy watching you guys every week. And
Oh,
it's
thanks.
an honor
Like
to
and
be
subscribe,
able
like
Yes,
and
like and
to be
subscribe.
able to be on be in the Glasses crew and do this small little tidbit with you all. But you've done a phenomenal job. It's a great way. It's a great book. I now
Yeah.
follow them on social media and just really, really appreciate all that's here and that it's for our community, right?
Yeah.
Like bringing that financial literacy to the Black community and helping the youth understand, because there's things that it put me back on track with that I maybe was doing initially and then fell off. So thank you guys for making these videos weekly. Keep up the good work. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
And it was great.
Like and subscribe. You deserve to be rich.
Yes.
Kudos to Rashad Bilal and Troy Millings. You guys are thebomb.com.
Yes.
Black it.
Black
Black it.
So we'll see you guys next time.
See you in the next one. See you.